Hey everyone, in this video we're looking at our fractions decimal percentage conversions, and more specifically today in this video we're looking at the last one, which is fractions to percentage and decimal. So if you've missed those other two coloured sections, they refer to video 1, video 2, and this will be video 3. So we're going to look at the mental strategies that we can use. So here we go. There's a kind of an action conversion chart there, explaining what you should be doing for each one. There's also this one here that might help if you are more of a linear kind of person. Okay, so please note that when you are doing fractions to percentages, this one is a little bit trickier, and also fractions to decimal. So if we think back to it, if we've got a fraction 1/2 and we want to find out what it is as a percentage, remember a percent is out of 100, so it's like saying 1/2 of 100. Oh, sorry, 1/2 of 100, which is like the same as saying times 10 multiplied by 100. So I can take my fraction and multiply it by 100. 1 times 100 is 100 divided by 2, and that gives us 50%. So that's also the same as like when you are converting a decimal to percentage, is that you multiply it by 100 anyway. So it's the same thing with a fraction. You simplify and then add a percentage on the end. Simplify and add percentage symbol. And the other way you could go about it is converting it to a decimal and then a percentage. So I'll show you that down in the next bit there, so see below. So using this method here for converting fractions to percentage, you are going to then go multiply by 100 equals 2 times 100 is 200 divided by 5 times 1, in case you're wondering why I haven't done anything to the 5. Across 200 divided by 5 is going to be 40, if I remember correctly. Look at that. And don't forget to add the percentage symbol. 1/8 is times 100. 100 divided by 8 gives us 12.5%. And this one here times 100. 100 over 4, it gives us 25%. So what I would like you to do is pause the video and have a go of converting these fractions to a percentage using times 100. So the next one is fractions to decimal. Now this is one that I find always tricky, and I'm generally using my calculator for it. So, and that's using your SD button. So don't forget, you put your fraction in first, hit equal sign, and then hit the SD button, and that'll give you your answer. That'll toggle between in your fraction or decimal form. Okay, so in this case here, 2 divided by 5 is going to give us 0.4. If you get to a point that you start to recognize that there's a certain pattern forming as well. Over here it's going to be 0.15, and over here it's going to be 0.25. Now if you have a look up here at our percentages from the last video, 40, 12.5 and 25. and 25%. You can see that I can take, that was what I was referring to by saying write your fraction as a percentage and then convert to a decimal by dividing by 100. If you took each one of these numbers, 1, 2, gives us 0.4, 0.4, 1 to 0.125 and 1 to 0.25. So that is a way of going from fraction to decimal without having to use a calculator or relying on this numerator to denominator. So you take your fraction, multiply it by 100 to get your percentage, and then convert the percentage to a decimal by dividing by 100. And that should give you a mental strategy for that. So what I would like you to do is pause the video and have a go of these questions here using the strategy that you prefer. Okay, thank you everyone. All the best. Bye.